Мы продолжаем. Так, займемся грязной работкой. Надо перетаскать эти мешки, а потом как-нибудь тачка спасти. То он реально нам друг. Так, а куда вообще нести нужно эти мешки? Ну, это, конечно, тупо, если честно. У меня столько грошей было, оружие. Просто из-за одной драки посадили вообще в темницу. Ну, бывает такое, ладно. А сейчас получается, как в самом начале таскай эти мешки с углем. Да ну нафиг. 3 мешка так таскать. Я офигею, конечно. Ну ладно, пошли. В самом начале хотя бы поближе было. Да и мне живучесть не надо качать, если честно. А, ну похуй, давай заново. Мы продолжаем. Ну что, будем заниматься тогда работкой, что и в самом начале. Также таскать мешки. Интересно они, конечно, придумали. У меня было много грошей, доспехи неплохие. И тут Натя на свадьбе меня просто арестовали. Почему-то Агнешка не вступилась за нас. Сказала бы, что я к ней не лез. Далековато носить, блин. Еще 2 мешка нести. Конечно, не очень круто. Я надеюсь, это последний раз, когда я мешки таскаю. Потому что это я делаю уже 3-й раз. Ну, короче, чтоб жизнь медом не казалась, вот это таскаем. Хотя бы в замок попали. Только, конечно, хотелось бы по-другому.
Clear as a bell. Everything was fine as long as we had a king. We still got a king though.
Ну что, последний. Надеюсь, дальше задание будет поинтересней. Так, мне же нужно добраться до этого Томаша как-то. Как хорошо, где Барбоскин, Сивка? Кто там, мне интересно.
That's that.
With ulcers and fits.
I finished hauling the sacks. What now?
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time, go ahead, but do it sensibly.
Well, I'd say there's plenty of work to do around here. I'll gladly help you with something.
Aye, but I've only got work in the forge, and that ain't for everyone. I'm a respected tradesman here, understand?
I'm a blacksmith too, even if I don't look the part right now.
Oh, really?
Aye. My pa was a blacksmith. A respected one.
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my fingers to the bone all the time. I'll tell you what, go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom, always bothering me that you don't have shoes for the horses. And there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
Well, the thing is, I've never forged horseshoes.
A blacksmith's son and you never made horseshoes? Well, whatever. You'll manage somehow.
All right. How many should I make?
How many legs does a horse have?
4.
Smart lad. We've got one horse. That's 4 times 1. But Kabat's already got 3. So that's 4 minus 3, which is...
1. All right.
You'll find everything you need in the trunk in the forge. It's there, past the gate. I've even got some sketches there. They could help you since you've still got things to learn.
All right. But I was told not to go there.
And now I'm telling you to go. And when it's done, bring it to me to check so you don't make me look bad. Off you go. Lads,
Понятно, короче.
this here I...
Не слишком-то и интересная задача. Ну ладно, пойдем сделаем. Так, а как мне вообще попасть сюда? Не, наверное, фиг я туда попаду сейчас. Так, понятно, где чертеж? Тут вроде бы все. Это уже не прикольно. Все понятно. Поехали.
Where's that fool of a blacksmith? Like always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind.
I can't keep hitting the same place.
That damn wretch.
I'll never finish it like this. I should move it. I have to move it. I'll never finish it like this.
That
should
miserable
move it.
blacksmith. Where is he now?
Да ну нафиг. Тяжеловато ее делать, если честно. Еще и не попадаю, блин.
That
Ладно.
miserable blacksmith. Where is he now?
Well, this one's gonna need some more work.
Where's that fool of a blacksmith? Like always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind. That miserable
Fine.
blacksmith. Where is
Now
he
to
now?
temper it.
Повезло, что это было быстро. То я бы еще не выдержал все это делать. Надо быстрее как-то отсюда выбираться, потому что тут реально скучно становится.
Like always,
Принеси это, делай это.
and when you need him,
Я бы
he
лучше меч
vanishes like
какой-нибудь
the wind.
сделал, либо топор. Ну что поделаешь, если сюжет так обернулся.
Have you seen Erazine the Scribe recently?
About that horseshoe.
Well, did you get it done?
Yeah. Here.
Well, what are you standing around here for? I told you to take it to Kabat.
No. You told me to bring it and show it to you.
You're a smart one, eh? Well, now I'm telling you to go to Kabat with it. He's our groom. Most likely he'll be idling by the upper stables, the grouch. Just between the two of us, he's a very unpleasant fella. Unlike me.
I can't wait.
Ну, короче, сделали разные уровни тут. Сначала сходить к этому, потом сделать этому. Так и дойдем до этого Томаша. Не могу и сюда войти.
He likes to enjoy the view.
I could understand.
It was nice. Good food and drink.
I brought you those horseshoes. I mean, horseshoe.
That took long enough. I've only got one horse here and I've got nothing to shoe him with. And you know who gets in the shit over it?
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here. So either I'd end up reduced to beggary, or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before. And I wouldn't like that.
What did you do before?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get the feeling you're actually proud of it.
Let's just say I haven't always made an honest living. Is that enough for you?
Not quite. I'd also like to know if you've still got any tools.
I might be able to find something, but I'll tell you, it won't come cheap.
Maybe another time.
Suit yourself.
А деньги у меня есть или нету? Ну, какие гроши?
It was nice. Good.
Так, а куда мне дальше нужно? Получается, мне не наверх нужно, а вниз.
The first bell. Another 11 to go.
Блин, это фигово, надо птачка спасать. Надо быстрее что-то делать.
Good day. God be with you. What would you like?
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing. Do you know anything about carpentry?
No. Blacksmithing is more my field.
Ah, well, that's handy. I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, so it don't collapse when we hang that poacher. But the whole thing is fucked. I need a good carpenter's axe. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time all year to hone the thing.
But that poacher is innocent.
An innocent poacher? But that's nothing to do with me. My job is to make sure it don't collapse when he swings.
By the way, would you happen to know how I can get up top in the Maiden?
Why, up the stairs, of course.
Yeah, but I'm not actually allowed inside the tower.
Then don't go there. Hey, I'd love to chat with you, but I got a job to do.
I could help you with that.
You could? Well, that'd be great. Go and get it from the shed, sharpen it, and bring it back to me.
Sure thing.
Видишь, опять. Принеси, наточи. Опа, я не туда пришел. I'm so sorry. Так, а гроши неспроста мне дали, значит можно отмычку купить, мне кажется. Так, принести наточенный топор, правильно. Значит, пойдем. Еще отмычку купим, может она пригодится.
Good day to you. Good day.
How's it going?
My wife and I are pickling cabbage. Loads of it.
What about those lockpicks?
Shh! Not so loud. So, as I said, it won't be cheap.
Let's see what you've got.
Oh well, what can you do?
Да ну, у меня столько нету.
It
По
was
2
nice.
гроша заработал,
Good
считай.
food and drink.
Прикол, сами топор точим для птачика. Ну, надеюсь, до этого не дойдет.
That's more like it.
Все отлично, тоже быстро получилось. Хорошо, что навыки качал.
It was nice. Good food and drink.
Told me to give the cows dark ale to drink.
What? You didn't actually do it, did you?
Laugh all you like.
Here it is. Hope it's good.
Sharp as a skinning knife. Nice. Without your help, the scaffold could well collapse under that poacher. And nobody wants that.
And then the execution would be postponed.
I doubt it. We're not going to make a show out of it like they do in Prague. But someone would have to get their hands dirty, and no one fancies that.
Understandably.
Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck things up today. The Chamberlain is as tetchy as the devil.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding him like the plague.
Uh-huh. You don't mind building a scaffold for an innocent man?
No, such matters ain't my concern. The lords decide. I just build the scaffold. A fella has to know his place in this world, like my old pa used to say.
Would you happen to know how I can get into the Maiden?
And what would you want in there?
I want to pray in the chapel, and they don't want to let me in.
The chapel, eh? Well, I'll be damned. I know one hand by the name of Binyek that wanted into the castle too, but for a damn different reason.
And did he succeed? In getting in, I mean.
Aye, he did. He climbed down into the well in the courtyard. See, there's caves under Torski, and the well ain't actually a well, but an underground pool in one of them caves. And from there, you can get to the dungeons, and then into the Maiden.
Oh, he sounds bold.
Oh, aye, but they still caught him and gave him a whipping. And when they found out how he done it, they took the cleats out of the well wall.
What does that mean?
That the next Binyek would have to jump in and not climb down. I wouldn't fancy that.
Indeed. What was Binyek after in the castle?
A certain buxom chambermaid who wouldn't give him what he was after in the hay and wanted a fine feather bed.
I'll be going.
I've got to get back to work too. Farewell,
Понятно,
my
короче.
friend.
Но мы в той пещере вроде бы были. Туда я там лут забирал. Только как туда спуститься? Через колодец уже не получится, правильно? Блин, и что мне делать? Никакого задания нету. Ну ладно, сейчас будем искать тогда, может, этот колодец.
This is that well that Calder mentioned. Ah, shit. Oh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least. The second toll for Hans.
Вообще ничего не видно. Ладно, сейчас тогда будем искать выход отсюда. Идея, да, была очень плохая. Так, ну вроде бы я на правильном пути.
Hans! Are you there?
Henry! Is that you? You've got to get me the fuck out of here. They want to hang me.
I think they're just exaggerating. Don't worry. It'll be all right.
I don't know. But I don't want to be stuck in here anyway. This is no place for me. A noble.
Well, unfortunately, no one believes you are one.
You've got to find that Captain Thomas, who can testify who we are.
I know. But they took him during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden Tower. They won't let me in there.
Jesus! Why do I have to have such rotten luck? Christ's wounds.
Well, we've been damn lucky all the time I've known you. It was only a matter of time before it turned to shit.
It's all the same. How did you get in here anyway? Did they let you come and see me?
Oh, not exactly. I shouldn't be here. And if they catch me, the game's up.
That's not good. There's a guard just around the corner watching the jail.
Can you try and distract him? I'll hide in the meanwhile.
Sneak into the torture chamber opposite. It's empty now, fortunately.
Давай попробуем. Что мне дальше делать, я вот не могу понять.
piss me off. Shut your gob, you idiots.
Надо взломать этот сундук вот этот.
Do you hear me? Shut your mouth. I don't give a fuck. There'll be no singing here. This is a jail, not an alehouse.
Besides, what are you going to do to me?
And make sure there's a goose in sauce
Get in the garage. You can play the fool
and that
here.
it's not too sweet like the last time. Ow! God above. Starting up again.
Sir, I want to ask you something.
You? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be helping outside in the courtyard? Christ! Ah! First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding, and now you go snooping around where you shouldn't.
I noticed, sir, that something is troubling you. I could help you.
How could a vagabond like you help me?
Sir, I might not look the part, but I've read a lot.
Don't waste my time with your jokes, you nobody. What would you be able to read?
Species de keep it, sir. Looks can deceive. As it happens, I've read many Latin and other texts. For example, the etymologies of Isidore of Seville, the writings of Abbess Hildegard of Bingen, and the Herbarium de Horis Sanitatis, De Materia Medica, and others.
Well, you really surprise me, lad.
Anyway, I'll examine you and try to make a diagnosis.
Yes, that should help.
With your permission, I'll examine you, sir.
What? Here and now?
Don't worry, I'll just have a look at you. You don't have to lie down or strip.
I'm glad to hear it.
You're quite pale and rather sweaty.
When it comes upon me, I sweat a lot.
Your eyes are all right. Do you have ringing in your ears?
No.
Do your hands shake?
Well, I'm not the youngest, but it's nothing too bad.
All right. Tell me, Master Chamberlain, does it hurt all the time, or does it come in waves?
No, not all the time. More like I get attacks.
Uh-huh. And these attacks, have you noticed whether something sets them off?
Well, it's worse when I get upset.
And does it get worse in autumn, when it gets colder?
Yes, it's usually worst in October. Then I don't even have to get upset for it to start.
All right, that makes sense. Tell me, sir, what about your, let's say nighttime activities?
Well, I'm not married, if you're asking about that.
But that's no obstacle, is it? Although the Holy Scriptures call on us to be chaste, even a saint can sometimes sin.
Not I. I never managed to find the right woman who would, how shall I put it, who would be a good counterpart for me and yet not provoke outrage.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Actually, neither am I.
Something's missing.
Did you get advice from anyone about it? Have you tried anything for the pain?
Well, I talked to our surgeon. He just said it was odd and told me nothing more. So I went to Kolin to see Professor Joachim Bavorsky, and he advised me.
Yes? What?
It's a little awkward for me to talk about, I must admit.
Master Chamberlain, I'm here as a practitioner of the medical arts. You can rest assured that whatever you tell me will remain between us.
All right. The professor spoke at length about Jupiter and the houses, and then he told me that my bodily humours are out of balance.
I would expect so. And what did he recommend?
Well, that I should get more silver into my body. So I wear more silver jewellery, and when there's a full moon, I go to the meadow here below the castle, naked.
Really? So you're taking it quite seriously. And has it worked?
No, but there'll be a full moon soon, so I could damn well use some other advice.
I understand. I believe your stomach juices are out of balance, sir.
That's what the professor from Colin said. But what to do about it?
Well, unfortunately, I can't change the causes of your condition, but I can help you with its symptoms. I think some herbal potion for the stomach would bring you relief.
Can't you get me that potion right now?
Besides caring for your mortal coil, the well-being of your soul shouldn't be neglected, sir.
What do you mean by that?
I think I could pray for your health. A word to angels to ask for their intercession can work miracles. The greatest Christian physicians recommend healing in both the material and spiritual world. And you have a very nice chapel here.
Father Nicodemus takes care of that. What I want from you is medicine, not talking to angels. Got it?
Yes. I don't have the required remedy, but I could brew it. Only, I don't have the apparatus for that. And also, I could use some medical literature.
Don't worry about that. Our surgeon is also often at a loss. I expect you'll find everything you need in his study. It's upstairs in the Crone. That's the second tower. Now we're under the Maiden. Do you know how to get there?
I think so, but I was told to stay only in the outer courtyard. I wouldn't want to get in trouble.
Trouble? I'm the one who has trouble. Don't worry. Tell them I sent you. Just go, for heaven's sake.
All right, I'll go and get something for you.
Good. If you'd be so kind... Oh!
Хоть где-то повезло. Так, ладно, я уже не на частной территории, получается. Когда мне дальше наверх. Так, а вопрос такой, мне сюда можно или нет? А, ну так я тут и был. Подожди-ка, и как мне туда попасть?
Where's the damn cooks?
Let me pass. The Master Chamberlain isn't well, and he sent me to the surgeon's study for medicine.
All right then, but nothing better go missing there.
Don't worry.
Так, а мне еще повязки будут нужны. Так, и куда дальше? Заблудиться можно спокойно.
You? What in God's name are you doing?
Who are you, actually?
Me? I'm just cleaning here.
We both know you're lying. The question is, why?
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell and will end up right back there if anyone calls the guards on him.
They let me out. I have to work off my sentence.
Really? Here. And what kind of important work would that be?
The Chamberlain sent me. He needs something for his stomach.
That slimy toad? If he doesn't watch out, his stomach will be the least of his worries.
Well, you look like you know your way around here. Maybe you can help me.
Why should I?
Because I could make plenty of trouble for you with the Chamberlain.
Uh-huh. And what would you tell him? That old deviant couldn't care less about anyone searching the surgeon's chambers. I wouldn't be the first or the last.
But he'd sure as hell care about how you talk about him. Deviant isn't a name that some lowly maid should be calling Lord von Bergov's right-hand man.
All right, all right. I get it.
Tell me what I need to know, and no one has to hear about it.
All right. If it's medicine you're after, the surgeon has a store across the corridor. There's all sorts of junk there, but there's one chest where he puts stuff that he hasn't used up. He locks it carefully, but you might get lucky.
And what if there's nothing interesting for me in there?
Then tough luck. But you can go and have a look at his records. That crackpot writes down everything he does. Maybe he gave someone something that might be of interest to you.
All right. Thanks.
And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me has lots of work to do in this castle.
Да, ну да. Я видел, как ты в сундуке воровала. Мне тоже надо это бы сделать, конечно. Так, ладно, тут что интересного есть. А, ну тут уже
The third
сложно.
hall. I better get moving.
Нет, такой не открою. Так, ладно, не будем это пробовать. Я думаю, пока что у меня не получится, у меня навык не такой большой. Так, подожди, а что мне вообще найти тут нужно? Как я узнаю рецепт вообще? Так, ну давай тогда приготовим, знаешь что? Отвар из ромашки. Пусть будет. Больше тут нечего готовить. Колыбельное снадобье мне не надо. Так, ну я надеюсь, этого хватит. Хотя, видишь, задание все равно доступно. Мне, блин, нужно пошевеливаться. Тут у него ничего нету. Что мне делать, вообще непонятно. Может, я что-то пропустил. Ничего больше нету. Может, рецепт какой-нибудь.
The fourth bell.
Нет, смысла нету пока что открывать. Ладно, погнали отсюда. Тут вообще ходить можно? Не видишь, нельзя. Так, погнали к нему обратно, потому что я что-то же приготовил. Правильно. Тут я ничего уже не найду. Даже если бы хотел найти. А не, вот дневник. Так, давай почитаем. Чего я там не узнал хорошего? Ладно, погнали туда обратно к этому чуваку. Отдадим ему этот отвар.
If you're after some left.
God!
Sir, about those health problems of yours.
Yes?
I hate sweeping.
I've got something for you that could bring you relief.
About time. This? It looks suspicious. Are you sure it'll help?
Definitely. It will balance your humours, sir. Drink it for a month at least, in small doses, morning and evening.
All right. Thanks, then.
And now you ought to go and lie down, sir.
Lie down? Me? Ha! Without me, this place would grind to a standstill.
Sir, medicine isn't enough. You also need rest. Otherwise my potion won't have much effect.
Oh, all right, then. I'll try it.
And another thing. I don't want to bother you, sir, but I have a question.
Yes? What is it?
Couldn't I go and pray in your chapel?
Ah, that again. Good heavens. Go where you want, boy. I'll inform the guards.
Thank you, sir.
Так, отлично. Получается, мы можем уже туда попасть. Это за лабиринты
Mother
такие.
of God, where's that step? Everyone to me. You there?
Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. The chapel is closed. Unless you're a priest. which I presume you're not.
No, I'm not. My name is Henry.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days, and the surgeon is away with Sir Otto. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
Maybe I could help somehow?
The only one who can help now is the priest. And I don't want to sound gloomy, but all he can do is pray too. Just the same as me.
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Berghoff. When Thomas started to get feverish, he left some concoction for him. He was only meant to be gone for a while, but it seems they got stuck somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, the concoction ran out, and we don't have any other physician here.
I think I know what to give to Thomas. I just have to get hold of it.
You do?
But I'll need an apparatus and other stuff.
All those things should be in the surgeon's study in the Krone.
Great.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out somehow.
Why do you want to help us?
Well, unless Thomas recovers and testifies that me and my friend are messengers from Ratai, then my friend will be executed.
You mean that poacher who's to be hanged?
He's a noble. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. The whole thing is one big misunderstanding. And only Thomas can sort it out.
I'm a bit bewildered by all this. But all right.
The main thing is, I want Thomas to live too.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you.
Так, и как его сделать, это снадобье? И получается обратно нужно или как?
No, please.
How does it look?
Not very good. If you really want to help us, you'd better hurry. It's all right. You'll be fine.
Ну, торопиться мне нужно 100%. Замок я тут точно не вскрою.
Hold on. I'm just going to clean it for you.
Ладно, погнали быстрее.
Who stinks here?
Я так понял, я неплохо воняю. Потому что эти уже начинают говорить что-то. Так, ладно. Это мы сделали. Сейчас пойдем как-то зелье-то доставать.
The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time.
5-й раз, блин. Надо успеть. Скажи, что там? Противоядие вот это, да? Так, хорошо делаем. Подожди, стой, я не запомнил. Ну, надеюсь, у меня получилось.
I've mucked the whole thing up. The sixth bell. Half the time is up.
Что получилось? Я не приготовил ничего или что? Не, это фигово. Блин, я надеюсь, у меня есть еще шанс. Я могу приготовить. Так, это мне не надо. Тоже. Это мне нужно, подожди. Я не то сделал, надо было пихту, блин. Так, запомнить, пихта, бузина и вино.
I should have taken it off the fire a bit sooner.
Да пофигу, главное сделал, погнали быстрее. Ты уже 6-й раз прибил колокол, еще 6 осталось. Пусть 7-й будет звонить 100%. Блин, мне так не нравится, тут так запутаться можно, это капец. Раньше серьезно так замки делали.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
It will have to be diluted. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug. The worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead!
Stop! You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Rattay.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain...
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I am a nobleman, do you hear? A noble! Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble.
That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Rattay, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it? Well, it was somewhat unexpected. I must say, it was the first time I had a noose around my neck, and it wasn't the most pleasant experience.
Please, accept my apologies, sir. And that of my chamberlain, too. Is that not so, Ulrich? I must say in his defense that he had my orders not to admit anyone to the castle, and to be cautious.
I understand, sir. At home, some bandits got into Tamberg by subterfuge, and it cost us a lot of effort to reconquer it.
I'm glad you understand. Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Ratai showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy.
But we can all point the finger. Your League of Lords, on the other hand, abducted the king. Although I don't doubt your reasons, just as Sir Hanush did.
We certainly had. The main one being that your Wenzel is an irresponsible drunkard and idler who is hurting the Empire by his inactivity. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
Well, betray is a strong word. We came to you, Sir Otto, because you're the leading voice of the League of Lords. I expect there are also lords among your ranks who are considering how to find a way out of this sticky situation. And for the Kingdom of Bohemia, it would certainly be better if our powers were to join rather than parting.
Your companion speaks like a diplomat, Sir Hans. However, the question is whether it's possible to join fire with water and end up with anything but nasty smoke. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzig are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed you may.
Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather a fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, he'd come back with a boot print on his backside. Dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to be fixated on their own somewhat fragile status.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
Is the route safe?
As I said, the fortress is in the wilderness amongst the cliffs. There are many places where outlaws may be hiding, so watch out.
Don't worry, sir. I have Henry here by my side for such situations.
Ну что, повезло, получается, птачка мы спасли. Ну, точнее, как спасли. Он спас.
We'll take care of it, sir.
Так что поехали выполнять это задание.
All right.
Мы были там,
We'll head out
кстати,
as
в
soon
этой
as
крепости.
possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor, a stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount. And therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish.